Here are important guidelines to keep in mind as you embrace the challenges of online classes. 1. Set up a good working space. It is important that the place is quiet, clear, and free from distractions. 2. Make yourself look good online. Wear clothes the way you do when you go to school for in-person classes. 3. Have a respectful tone. When communicating with your teachers and classmates, observe a certain level of formality. Use respectful greetings and signatures like Good morning, Mr. Dow, Hi, Ms. Taylor, Please, and Thank you. 4. Be kind and be professional. Make it a point to be respectful in your comments even if you disagree with others. Conduct yourself in an online class with the same respect, politeness, and professionalism that you would exhibit in a real-life classroom. 5. Properly use your webcam and microphone. It's good to show your face to give the impression that you're actively engaged with the lesson. Turn your microphone off when your teacher or others are speaking. This will eliminate background noise that can be distracting. 6. Properly use the chat box. Don't post irrelevant remarks. Instead, use the chat box to clarify misconceptions or share great ideas you have about the topic at hand. Don't yell by typing in all caps. In most situations, typing in all caps is perceived as inappropriate. 7. Always make an effort to use proper punctuation, spelling, and grammar. Observing these ensures clear expression of your thoughts or ideas. 8. Make sure to submit your assignments the proper way. Knowing how to properly submit your work online is key to your success as an online student. 9. Take time to read. When asked to comment on a post, take some time to read through each of the previous discussion post responses before writing your own response. And 10. Think before you type. What you share in an online classroom becomes part of a digital record. I hope that you observe these guidelines to help you in your online learning. May you have a wonderful school year.
Good morning, learners. It feels so great to be with you today again. I am Sir Aaron Jan Cortez, your English teacher. In this session, I will take you to another fun-filled and exciting learning journey. Your modules for week number 5 have something to do with the following. For module 13, making connection between the present text and previously read text. For module 14, identifying advanced organizers, titles, subtitles, and illustrations in a text. At the end of this learning session, you will be able to share prior knowledge about the topic and other elements of a text read previously. Identify the ways of making connections when reading. Make connections between the present text and the material you have read. Be familiar with advanced organizers on how they help you understand the text. Identify advanced organizers to be used in a given text correctly. And lastly, comprehend a text with the use of illustrations. So what are you waiting for? Get hold on your module, paper, notebook, and ballpen. Together, we will unravel all the learning tasks which you will surely enjoy while at the same time learning. Text-to-text connections occur when you connect ideas or information between the text you are presently reading and the text you have previously read. Other materials may include poems, articles, books, songs, play scripts, or any written text. Now, it's time for us to measure your prior knowledge about the topic using the activity from what I know. For your pre-assessment, identify what is being described in each item. Choose the best answer from the pool of choices inside the box. Copy and write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. You will be given 1 minute to accomplish this task. Your timer starts now. Oops, time's up. Let us now check your answers. The following are the answers for your pre-assessment. Text-to-text connections occur when you connect ideas or information between the text you are presently reading and the text you have previously read. Other materials may include poems, articles, books, songs, play scripts, or any written text. Let us now dig deeper about the topic using What is it? Making connections is a strategy that helps you in finding meaning from a text. In reading, to make text-to-text connections, you basically analyze the writings by separating it into parts and then discovering how these parts are related. Here, you find out how elements of a literature are associated to other works that are produced in the same period, by the same author, or with the same theme or topic. You have to consider that making connections between text entails going beyond the surface level details, meaning you have to examine the text deeper. You can start by looking at the background of the authors who wrote the reading materials, comparing the literary elements present in both materials, especially the dominant ones, and providing your personal response. The following guide questions can help you make sensible connections between the previously read text and the text you are reading. Number 1. What similarities do the authors have in terms of age, gender, writing styles, social background, cultural orientation, and personal experiences? For number 2, when are the texts written. For number 3, what cultural and or historical contexts surround the period during which the texts were written? Number 4, how is the text similar of other texts I have read in terms of plot, characters, settings, and theme? And lastly, in what aspects do the texts differ from each other? Next, we have the text-to-world connections. These are connections that a reader makes between the text he or she is reading and the significant social issues or concerns that are occurring in real life. In order to make meaningful connections between the text you are reading and real-world happenings, consider the following questions below. Number 1, what does this remind me of my real world? Number 2, how is this text similar to the things happening in the real world? Number 3, how is this different from the things happening in the real world? Number 4, how does that part relate to the world around me? Now, it's time for us to explore more about the lesson we discussed with the use of What's More activities. For your independent activity number 1, connection, completion. Complete the statement in the box to see the connection of the two texts. Copy and write your answers on your notebook. For your independent activity number 2, making connections. Read again the poem If by Rudyard Kipling. Discuss briefly the poems in terms of the following. Do this activity on your notebook. And lastly, for independent activity number 3, compare and contrast the 3 ways of making connections when reading. Using the Venn diagram, copy and do this on your notebook. You will be given another minute to finish this task, and your timer starts now. Oops, time's up. Let us now check your answers. Evaluation and checking will be done right after this video. For your assignment, choose one and use Venn diagram to show your comparison. Do this activity on a separate sheet of paper. Let us now proceed to the discussion for lesson number 14. Identifying advanced organizers, titles, subtitles, and illustrations in the text. Let us now dig deeper about the topic. Using what is it? Advanced organizers help you organize the idea in the text. The content of the text will decide on what advanced organizer will be used. These are the major and commonly used types of organizers with their functions. For number 1, we have the cause and effect. This is often used to help you identify problem and come up with a possible solution. For number 2, we have the flowchart. Flowchart is a visual display of the sequence of a list of ideas. For number 3, we have the event chain. Event chain maps out the sequence of the events in a story. For number 4, we have the Venn diagram. It is often used to identify the differences and similarities between 2 or 3 concepts with 2 overlapping circles. And lastly, we have the concept map. A concept map is a visual organization and representation of knowledge which shows ideas and the relationships among them. Take note, these titles or text titles can also help you in identifying appropriate advanced organizers to use. That's all for our discussion. I hope you were able to jot down all the necessary information needed for our next activities. For your independent assessment 1, identify what type of advanced organizer is appropriate in the given purposes of writing a text. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. For your independent activity number 2, read the text and fill in the Venn diagram with ideas presented in the text. Copy the Venn diagram on another sheet of paper for your answers. And lastly, for independent activity number 3, given below is a process description. Read it and fill the flowchart of the process being described. Copy the chart on another sheet of paper for your answer. You will be given another minute to answer these activities, and your timer starts now. Time's up! You really amazed me with your ideas. Since your answers may vary from this activity, evaluation and checking of your answers will also be done right after this video. For your Module 14 assignment, cut and paste an article from magazine, newspaper, or an old book. Organize its ideas by using one from what you have learned. And that's all for today. I hope you learn and enjoy a lot about this session. Thank you for your cooperation. Till next time, bye!